When people talk about Davido, they also talk about his father, the billionaire, his uncles, the governors. They also talk about their Adeleke name and fortune. But there's a woman whose story most people have never heard about. She was a singer, a lecturer, a doctor, and a mother. And the first person who ever put music in David Adeleke's mind was her. Her name was Dr. Veronica Haley Imade Adeleke, born on November 23rd, 1963. She was a doctor, a singer, and a lecturer at Babcock University in Ogun State. A woman who carried academic excellence and artistic passion at the same time. In the 1990s, when Nigeria's music industry was just finding its feet, Veronica was already part of it. She had a music career, she owned a record label, and she was part of a band. A band she named after her own son, Davido. She called it David's Band, named after the little boy she was already so sure was going to be extraordinary. Davido was born on November 21st, 1992, in Atlanta, Georgia, while his parents were still living in America. When the family moved back to Nigeria, he grew up as a mommy's boy. His father was always busy, building the business empire that would make the Adeleke name so powerful. So it was Veronica who raised him. She was the one who was there with him, who was close to him. And she was also a musician with a record label and a band that was named after him. A mother who loved music, sitting with a son who would one day change the sound of an entire continent. She also lectured at Babcock University, the same university that Davido would later go on to earn his degree in music. In his late mother's campus, and with his late mother's passion, he had his path laid out in front of him before he even knew he was walking it. On the morning of March 6th, 2003, Veronica went to church for service. She came home, went into her room, and locked her door. A few hours later, she was found dead in her room. The cause of death was cardiac arrest. She was 39 years old. It was her husband, Adedeji Adeleke's 40th birthday. The day she turned 39 forever was the day he turned 40. David was just 10 years old. At her funeral, David's band played, the band she had named after her son. The musicians she had gathered because of her love for music, they played her out, and she never got to see him become Davido. Davido has two daughters. Their names are Imade and Haley, both named after his mother. He said if she were alive today, he would buy her diamonds and houses. The music was always there in that family, before the stadiums, before the O2 Arena, before Damiduro. It started with a woman named Veronica, who owned the record label and named her band after the son she already believed in. Follow for more Nigerian stories the world absolutely forgot to tell.